Alright, so hey guys, how's it going? It's Masterpool7 here, aka Gabriel Fraser, and I'm here with Oscar here.
Hi guys.
And today we're going to the Dream Car Museum, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, there's all kinds of cars there, from concept cars from 1980s all the way up to today. So BMWs, Bugattis, all kinds of stuff. So,
Great stuff.
Yeah. And you get to see how great Oscar's gonna drive. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'm just going to tell you guys about the car while you're seeing it in the video. So first up, the 2001 BMW Gina Light Visionary model. The BMW Gina Light Visionary model was designed by Christopher Bangle and staff, considered consumers' immediate needs and desires in both styling and functions. Its name is an acronym that stands for Geometry and Functions. I and N adaptions, the N symbolizing infinite options. The Gina's shape could change through the use of flexible tensile fabric stretched over a movable body frame of aluminum and flexible carbon fiber. When needed, the front headlamps, as shown here in the video, would be exposed and the taillights would shine through the fabric. The seats, steering wheel rest, headrest, and console automatically responded to each individual driver. Production automobiles require expensive tooling to form metal body panels. By making the Gina's body out of fabric, Bangle and his team sought a way to reduce tooling expenses and facilitate more frequent style changes. Now this is one of my favorites, the 1970 Lanta Bertone. At the 1970 Turin Automobile Show, Chrysler Bertone unveiled a very low, sharply chiseled coupe just a few months after the Ferrari Pinafore 512S Modulio debuted in Geneva. The Zero appears to slice through the air, and with a height of only 33 inches, it was the firm's contribution to the era's battle for the ultimate wedge. The cockpit is positioned far forward, with twin seats located between the front wheels. The steering column is tilted towards to provide accessibility to the cabin. Simultaneously, the hydraulic mechanism opens the wide perspex windshield, which was the car's only entry point, as there are no doors. Inside, occupants can see directly ahead, above, and to the sides via small windows. A true classic, the 1959 Cadillac Cyclone XP74. Harley Earl's visionary concept cars for General Motors culminated with the Cadillac Cyclone XP74, with its bubble canopy, sweeping fenders, afterburner-style taillights, and fins. Earl's last concept car reflects the ongoing fixation with the jet age. The Cyclone XP74 featured proximity sensing radar safety units housed in the Dagmar front fender extensions that scanned the road and warned the driver various instructions. The Cyclone's bubble canopy retracted fully when the doors were opened or closed, and it had an intercom system that allowed passengers to speak to those outside of the car. Oh man, one of the most beautiful cars I would say on earth. The 1947 Norman Tibbs Special. Mechanical engineer Norman Tibbs created the Tibbs Special for his personal use. It is a visual arresting rear-engine automobile that emphasizes grace and speed. With its elongated, curvilinear forms and seemingly single-piece body, there are no doors, and the body is comprised of two hand-formed aluminum shapes. To create this form, Tibbs started with drawings, which was followed with quarter-scale clay models. He then built a full-scale body buck wooden frame, over which the aluminum panels were shaped and then wedged together. This car graced the October 1949 cover of Motor Trend magazine, which referred to it as a little workbench project. However, the special took Tibbs more than 2.5 years to complete and cost him around $10,000. Hardly a simple home hobbyist effort. The 1941 Chrysler Thunderbolt. Chrysler confidently touted the Thunderbolt as the car of the future, built to educate the public about aerodynamics and streaming as the source of the modern, so-called functional styling. It was promoted as having been tested in a wind tunnel, which provided scientific studies of how the car's shape dealt with continuous airflow and led to refinements that minimized wind resistance. The Thunderbolt was devoid of superfluous ornamentation, with only a single jagged chrome lightning bolt on each door. It was also the first American car to feature an electrically operated retractable hardtop. Its modern materials included a predominantly aluminum body with a steel hood and deck lid, with a chromium band encircled the entire base of the car to enhance the appearance of speed. Now carrying on, the 1955 Chrysler Girl, also named the Streamline X Goleta. Chrysler partnered with the Italian firm Chrysler Girl to design a streamlined wedge-shaped automobile that was inspired by the small sculpture as shown in the picture. The result was by 1955 Streamline X, nicknamed Goleta after the actress Rita Hayworth's character in a film nor the same name. Automotive styling was heavily influenced by jet aircraft and rocketry in the post-war era. Chrysler's styling chief, Virgil Exner, sought to prove that scientific aerodynamic design was viable in the American marketplace. Gaia technical director Giovanni Savonazzi made a 1/5 scale plasticine model of the Goleta for wind tunnel testing at the Polytechnical University of Turin. His studies determined that the tapered tail fins improved directional stability and crosswinds at high speeds. Savonazzi's designs for the competitive Goleta combined aerodynamics with the aesthetic and dramatic styling of the functional streamlining. Now, the 1956 Buick Citroen XP301. The Buick Citroen XP301 debuted at the 1956 Motorama. Perhaps its most visionary feature was a rear-mounted camera with a view screen embedded in the dashboard, making rear-view mirrors unnecessary. The Citroen's aerodynamic body and transparent top matched its stunning interior, which was unpolished and brilliant electron red leather. The steering wheel was mounted aircraft style on the wide flat arm of the column that cantilevered out of the dash. An exterior chrome plated strip, the sweep spear, became a Buick trademark. Twin air scoops directed outside air to passengers. The tapered tail evoked a jet aircraft exhaust outlet. Many of the Citroen's advanced features found their way onto production Chevrolets and Buicks as early as 1969, and the pointed tail became a hallmark of Buick's third generation 1971 Riviera Coupe. The 1966 Ferrari 365P Berlin Yellow Specialty Trapposti. This car was a hit when first unveiled at the 1966 Paris Motor Show, and went on to tour other major automobile shows to great acclaim: London, Brussels, Geneva, and Los Angeles. Enzo Ferrari, the founder and owner of the Ferrari marque, felt that powerful mid-engine cars for the road were too dangerous for private customers. Girl Pininfarina, whose company designed most Ferrari road cars, built this design study to convince Enzo Ferrari otherwise. Its unique three-seat design with a centralized steering wheel provided a high level of visibility for the driver and anticipated the modern McLaren F1. The curved glass window behind the passenger compartment became a feature on Ferrari production cars, as the taillight assemblies with their triple circular lights, the single large windscreen wipers, and the 5-spoke cast alloy wheels originated on Ferrari's racers. So this is a 1951 General Motors LE Sabre XP. General Motors needed a concept car in 1946 that would turn heads, and this definitely did it. So Oscar, what do you think about this car?
Looks like a type of car you wouldn't want to take out on a everyday basis. It would be more of a, I don't know, special occasions.
Yeah.
Whatever. More of a luxury type of car.
I agree, this is definitely a show car.
I mean, you wouldn't want to like take it out and then be like a chicken tender, like one of my friends, and then just end up drifting and crashing. Like, you don't want that with this type of car. You want to.
Definitely don't want Tony in this car.
Yeah. Maybe one that would be like very special occasions, like taking a girl on a date.
Yeah, I agree.
That, you know.
I think your girl would feel very special if she was in this car.
Right. It might be like an older car, but I mean, just look at the.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
A General Motors classic at that.
The insides, you can already tell it wouldn't be like something you want to get dirty. You want to clean like pretty much every day whenever you can. Like you wouldn't want this car to collect dust. That's how.
Yeah, no.
This car
You would definitely want to do that. This is definitely a car that's just a beauty.
Yeah,
you would look at that
want
interior.
to take care of it. Like
The interior is just amazing. Now, the 1936 Stout Scarab. The Scarab was designed by aviation pioneer William Burchell Stout and hand-built in single-digit numbers by Stout Motor Car Company. The design was inspired by nature, in particular the rounded shape of the Scarab beetle. It could seat up to 7 passengers and used innovative modern materials, including an aluminum body, a tubular steel frame, and lace wood interior panels that were easy to clean. The Stout lowered the floor pan to provide more headroom and installed a Ford V8 engine in the rear for more usable front storage space and, as usual, unusual configuration for the time. The car was a precursor to the minivan of today, but with convertible seating. The front passenger seat could rotate fully, the back seat became a couch, and there was a fold-out table. The 1948 Tasco. Designer and engineer Gordon Bierig independently developed the design for the Tasco in 1948. The Tasco stands for the American Sports Car Company. The car and the company share the same name, of course. One interesting design element in the Tasco is it molded fiberglass front fenders, which turned with the wheels. Buick also used a relatively new vacuum forming technique to create small three-dimensional models during various phases of the design process, from ABS, plastic, and innovation that was later adapted industry-wide. Tasco's T-top roof design with removable panels was the first of its kind, and influenced the 1968 Corvette decades later. Visibility was excellent, comparable to the cockpit of the two-seater plane. The instrument display resembled an aircraft panel that was positioned high in front of the driver, with the steering wheel mounted close to it. The 1934 E-Diesel Ford Model 40 Special Speedster. In 1934, E-Diesel Ford, president of Ford Motor Company and son of Henry Ford, desired a sleek, continental car based on European styles. He asked Ford Motor Style Company's styling chief, Eugene Bob Georgi, to help design it. Georgi sketched a few alternatives and built a model, which he tested in a small wind tunnel. The bodywork followed aircraft practice, being light and very strong. Custom touches include a sharply alligator-style hood with louvered side panels, low-mounted headlamps molded into the body, an enclosed radiator with a concealed cap, a starter button on the instrument panel, no running boards, and low proportions. These features would not appear on Ford Motor Company cars for many years, and Diesel Ford drove this vehicle as his personal speedster. The 1934 Watson C25 Aerodyne. The C25 Aerodyne was created by the pioneering French aeronautical engineer and automobile designer Gabriel Watson. His early success had come from designing luxury cars in the 1920s with long, angular French modern-inspired lines. However, after the 1929 stock market crash and Watson's own business struggled with bankruptcy, he decided to develop a new look. The C25 Aerodyne was his concept. Gone were the extended angular lines of the early designs, now replaced by elongated, curvilinear double-arching forms and aerodynamic tread-top-shaped fenders. The remnants of Watson's earlier aesthetic are apparent only in the hood ornament and the jazzy geometric pattern interior upholstery fabric. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one. This is the 1935 Bugatti Type 57 Competition Coupe Aerodyne 2007 recreation. When the Bugatti Type 57 Competition Coupe Aerodyne was first unveiled, it shocked viewers with its sleeky, styled shape. The senseless body of the Aerodyne, French for meteor, was fabricated in Elcoton magnesium alloy, a material that was very difficult to weld. The rivets along the spine and front fenders were structurally necessary and added visually striking design features. Its low-slung body and teardrop-shaped fenders made the car appear to be moving at great speeds. Like many concept cars, the original Aerodyne no longer exists. However, it was faithfully recreated in magnesium using a genuine Bugatti chassis. Historic photographs, known specifications, factory records, and all oil painting by a Bugatti designer. Now I have saved the best for last for you guys. Say hello to the 2010 Porsche 918 Spyder concept car convertible. Porsche developed the 918 Spyder concept car in 2010 as part of its experiments with how the brand could address consumer interest in green technology, environmental impact, and high performance. The hybrid concept car experiments include high-tech racing features with electric mobility options selected by a push-button control on the steering wheel, boosting a V8 engine supplemented with 2 electric motors. The 918 Spyder concept car features 4 new driving modes, from the greenest e-drive fully electric to the maximum, which uses all systems for optimum performance, which is called the race hybrid. A production version has recently came out onto the market for consumer purchase. Porsche's styling audio implemented the latest technology to create the car in addition to more tested methods like clay models, aerodynamic studies, and scale drawings. Now, thank you guys for watching, much appreciated, and going through this tour with me and Oscar. If you really liked this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thanks guys for watching, bye, see you next time.